Hi, I'm Rita Aquilio at Lawrence Law. I wanted to talk today about some of the unique challenges that face women in the family law system. When women are contemplating a filing, such as a complaint for divorce, they may be apprehensive. There are unique challenges that face women, such as the economic disparity and also the emotional toll of potentially being a single parent. The most powerful antidote to this is knowledge. Speaking with an attorney and having the knowledge about assets and liabilities, the equitable distribution of the assets and liabilities of the marriage, information about support, alimony, and child support particularly, can all be helpful in the decision-making process prior to the filing of any type of document, such as a complaint for divorce. Having an attorney as your advocate, along with potentially team members such as tax professionals and also therapeutic intervention, will enable you to have some knowledge and also some comfort in terms of knowing the steps to move forward.
Hello. I've been asked to comment on women's involvement in the family court system in New Jersey. Our family courts, with very limited resources, continue to be overwhelmed with unmanageable caseloads. In divorce and separation cases, lawyers as well as judges look to alternatives to litigation whenever possible. Two of the options people can either select themselves or that judges can require them to participate in are mediation and parenting coordination. In each of these processes, parties address their disputes working with legal or mental health professionals outside of the court system. Mediation can address financial as well as parenting issues. Parenting coordination is limited to parenting issues. But who provides these services to families? In my experience, it's mostly women, both as lawyers and as mental health professionals. I recently taught a class of 20 mediation students. Of the 20, only 2 were men. In a recent parenting coordination training program, out of 64 students, only 13 were men. Similarly, the New Jersey chapter of AFCC, which is an organization dedicated to improving the lives of children and families through resolution of family conflict, has 112 members, of which only 35 are men. So over 80% of the professionals in these training programs and 70% of the professionals in the AFCC chapter were women. And in teaching over the past 20 years, I find that the vast majority of people seeking to be alternative resolution professionals have been women. Litigation involves a partisan win-lose mindset. Mediation and parenting coordination foster an impartial peacemaking mindset. This isn't to say that men are not effective mediators and parenting coordinations. They are. But it seems men generally are less focused on becoming peacemaking professionals. So what draws women to these peacemaking processes? Maybe it's commitment to families rather than to conflict. Maybe it's recognition of the needs of all family members rather than just an individual family member. Maybe it's commitment to minimizing the damage caused to children in the divorce process. These processes recognize the importance of self-determination for couples addressing their families' futures. The processes are designed to foster decision-making by the parties, not by a judge who has a crowded calendar. You may think that a woman, simply because she is a woman, will be biased against men or will favor women. Trained, experienced mediators and parenting coordinators are committed to remaining impartial, focusing on the family's needs and the children's needs regardless of gender. Before proceeding with a divorce or separation, talk to an attorney who understands and appreciates the advantages of alternatives to litigation and can help you decide what process is best for you and your family. And if you end up in an alternative dispute resolution process, chances are you and your spouse will end up working with a woman.
As a divorce lawyer, a critical part of our job is navigating the emotional landscape that a divorce can bring and advocating not just for fairness and equity for our clients, but championing their personal causes as well. In light of Women's History Month, we reflect on how we make that possible for the women we cross paths with in this process. We are interacting with all clients at a difficult crossroads because divorce is truly a life transition. It can be scary, intimidating, completely unexpected, financially draining, a whole host of emotions. But it can also be a new beginning, as long as it's approached with mindfulness, self-awareness, and respect. In that way, we can empower women through this next chapter of their lives. It is important to equip women with an understanding of their rights, align them with professionals who can provide them with financial knowledge, be their voice, especially for those who haven't found strength in their own, and become a powerful ally to your client. It is also extremely effective when you can draw on personal experience and empathize with a client so that you can offer perspective. You are actively trying to build confidence, find ways to make more women self-sufficient, and build their trust in this process so that they can become agents of change, not only in their lives, but in the lives of others.
Society must do a better job of instilling confidence in women experiencing divorce. We need to support, encourage, and inspire women of divorce to believe in themselves, regardless of the role they played during the marriage. Female wage earners can and will continue to achieve post-divorce. Those who have been out of the workforce can return and attain success. Divorce is not a barrier for women. It is not the end of the story. It's just a new chapter for them and their families, and one in which they can and will succeed if they believe in themselves. Society can and must play a part in instilling confidence in women to achieve success in their futures post-divorce.
My name is Jeralyn Lawrence, here to speak to you in honor of Women's History Month and thoughts as to areas of reform in the family law practice as it pertains to women and women issues. The law has changed a great deal in the 30 years since I've started practicing law. For sure, we have seen changes in the custody parenting time arena and with regard to alimony. Regarding custody and parenting time, there is certainly more of a shift and a focus on not only a parenting time schedule that is in the best interest of the children, but the thought being an equal parenting time schedule is perhaps in the best interest of the children, and needing to show reasons as to why it should not be an equal parenting time schedule. So that is a shift, and could that be called an area that needs reform? I don't know if we can go that far, but it's certainly something that needs our attention to make sure that parents who are asking for parenting time are available, that we're paying due deference to prior caretaking responsibilities. So parenting time is an area to stay focused on. With the alimony reform bill enacted over 10 years now, and the change of permanent alimony to open durational alimony with rebuttable presumptions that alimony ends on full Social Security retirement age, that was a big shift and has been a big shift in how long a dependent spouse, who is often the woman, would receive alimony. So that is an area that we need to stay focused on and making sure it's fair for both parties, with an enhanced view of focusing on women in the sense if they're the primary caretaker, if they've left their job to care for the kids, what impact that would have on them regarding alimony. Oftentimes, it's harder for a woman to be able to fund the litigation, so making sure they have access to funds to litigate, to hire a lawyer, and where we look to encourage clients, women, men, is to pursue the processes available to us under alternative dispute resolution, mediation, arbitration, collaborative law. So I don't know if that's an area that needs reform. It certainly is an evolving area. It's an important area but it's something women need to be cognizant of. So those are my thoughts on women and areas that we need to focus on to make sure everyone's rights are protected.